Sean Payton used the term boring to describe Bo Nix's play during Denver Broncos rookie minicamp. I'm here to tell you why that's actually a really awesome thing and why being boring is a recipe for success in the NFL. When asked about how Bo Nix looked in his first rookie minicamp practices, Sean Payton equated it to almost like watching a good golfer. He says, quote, "Sometimes when you watch his game over 2 years, there's a patience to how he plays. The ball comes out, and I don't want to use the term boring. That's not the right term, but he makes pretty good decisions." That is exactly what Sean Payton wants in a quarterback, is somebody who can make good decisions. First of all, let's define what Sean means by boring there. He means somebody who can execute within the structure of the play, somebody who can get the ball out on time, in rhythm, in structure. If his first read is there, he's going to take it 100 times out of 100. He's not going to pass up his first read if it's there to try to find something flashy. Sure, on third down, you can totally understand doing that. That was something Russell Wilson was really, really good at on third down, honestly, last year. But Bo Nix is somebody who, if his first read on first and second down is a 4-yard flat route, he's going to take it every single time. If it's a little 5-yard hitch route, he's going to take it every single time. He's not going to leave meat on the bone. And that's what Sean Payton means by boring. Somebody who's going to take what the defense gives him and make the plays that are on the field to be made. That's not to say that Bo Nix can't go into backyard scramble drill mode trying to make a play when the first reads aren't there, because he can do that. But that needs to be more of a last resort, or something that you utilize more on third down and in the fourth quarter in clutch time, i.e. Patrick Mahomes, than something that you utilize on every single down, early parts of the game, something that really becomes a crutch, almost like certain other quarterbacks in the NFL who really depend on their mobility and their scrambling and playmaking ability outside of the structure of the play. That can be to the detriment. Let's talk about the AFC Championship game. The Chiefs versus the Ravens is a perfect example where the Chiefs played contained defense, kept Lamar in the pocket, and Lamar was unable to beat the Chiefs from the pocket in that game. Not to say that Lamar can't win from the pocket. He can, but for whatever reason, he kind of reverted back to old Lamar in that game. Sean Payton, again, wants somebody who's just going to stay in rhythm and stay in structure. I want to talk about a lot of other quarterbacks who were perceived as quote-unquote boring just because they took what was there each and every single time. I was listening to the Stinkin' Truth podcast hosted by Mark Schlereth and Mike Evans last night. Mark Schlereth talked to former Tampa Bay Buccaneers offensive coordinator Byron Leftwich in the second year that Tom Brady was there. And he asked him, what separates Tom from basically all the other quarterbacks in the NFL? Leftwich's answer was, if Tom sees his first read in the progression, a 4-yard flat route, a 5-yard hitch route, quick out route, whatever it is, he's going to take it 100 times out of 100. He's not going to look for the big flashy play. He's not going to try to pass it up and look for something else deeper down the field. If his first read is open, he's going to take it. It's the old notion, you can't go broke taking a profit. And what the NFL game is nowadays, especially with these too high Vic Fangio style defenses that basically put an umbrella over the deep part of the field that says, no, we're not going to let you throw deep. All that underneath stuff, those hitch routes, those quick out routes, those little flat routes, that's all going to be there against those Fangio-style defenses. Cover 4, cover 6, sometimes cover 2. All those too high defenses are vulnerable against those parts of the field. Also, the intermediate middle of the field. Think about the Miami Dolphins game in Week 3 and the Detroit Lions game, whatever week that was for the Denver Broncos. Both of those teams basically spammed that intermediate middle of the field. The Dolphins did it with Tyreek Hill. The Lions did it with Sam Laporta. And that is one way that they absolutely killed us, also by running the football. That is another way that you can beat those Fangio-style defenses is by running the football, setting up play action off of those 5-step, 7-step drops where you're just getting the ball out quickly, on time, on a little crossing route, a little glance route off play action, whatever it is. That's what the NFL is. Who else was boring last year, if we look at quarterbacks from last year? Do you want to know who the number one quarterback who threw underneath was last year? Take what the defense gives him? Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes kind of gets misconcepted because of all the flashy highlight reel plays that he makes. I don't think that the league realizes just how conservative of a passer Mahomes really is in most situations. It's not until third down and in the fourth quarter when Mahomes really gets into backyard scramble drill, run around, throw across his body, do all those crazy throws. That is when we see Mahomes do that, is when he really has to. He doesn't do it when he doesn't have to. He's learned to take what the defense gives him. When the defense tries to play those too high Fangio-style coverages, Mahomes is laughing his ass off because he could just take the little 2-yard flat route and the receiver will turn it into a 6-7 yard gain, setting up a 2nd down and 3, 2nd down and 2. You know, it's easy money for these quarterbacks to take, and Bo Nix thrives in that kind of structure. Peyton Manning, another guy. First read was open, he's going to take it every single time. And what separates Bo Nix from guys like Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, I'd even throw Joe Burrow in that category, is that when the play breaks down, Bo Nix is able to actually move around, extend the play with his legs, look for something downfield on a scramble drill. Bo Nix is able to do that. Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Joe Burrow, you're not really going to see those guys do that very often. Mahomes, yes. Mahomes, yes, because he's got that mobility, but not so much the pure pocket passers of the NFL. That's a notion that I want to dispel right here, right now, is that Bo Nix is a pure pocket passer. He can be when he needs to be, and most of the time he's asked to be, but when needed, he can exit the pocket when the pocket breaks down, not when the pocket's clean. And he's able to make plays with his legs, make plays deep downfield on scramble drills. That is exactly what you want. You want the best of both worlds. You don't want a quarterback who's exclusively reliant on the quick game, or a quarterback who's exclusively reliant on being that backyard quarterback, being that headhunter, that guy who's looking for the big play downfield. We don't need those two to be mutually exclusive. You have to blend it together and find that perfect balance and that perfect blend, that perfect harmony between the two. And that's what Sean Payton is going to hope to do with Bo Nix, and that's what you see with some of the best quarterbacks in today's game. So I want to dispel that notion right now, Broncos country. Boring is not a bad thing. Boring is actually how you win football games in today's NFL. All right, Broncos country, be sure to leave a like on this video as well as subscribe to the channel so you don't miss when we upload. I would really appreciate it, guys. Those are 2 free and easy ways to show your support. It helps tell YouTube's algorithm to push us out and helps us get seen by more and more members of Broncos country just like you and me. And until next time, guys, I'm your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.